How's everyone feeling tonight? So I know we have a few people here for the very first time, so welcome, round of applause. I was talking to a friend of mine about practice, and she was saying that, if you've been practicing for a while and you're still suffering from lots of anxiety or something, and she's like, over 7 years, there's probably like something's not right with the practice. And one of the founders of our modern yoga practice, Krishnamacharya, would say, you have to start off with, like, what is the purpose of the practice? And he would say the purpose of the practice is the Raja Yoga. The Raja Yoga is the ability to direct your mind. And I was thinking about this today, and I was like, so important to be positive, right? Because if you're not positive, then you're kind of practicing mind control on yourself, right? So it's important to be positive because positivity lends itself to possibility, to options. Negativity, it like isolates you and it says there are no options. And nowadays with like social media and different things, we kind of get a little bit stuck because we look on social media or whatever and we see someone in their very best doing like handstand and yoga or buying some new car or like in Europe somewhere, Timbuktu, literally nowadays, right? And it's like, and then you're like, well, I can't even afford to go to Vegas for the weekend, or like go to Zion for the day, like I need some gas. And it's like, well, what do you do? And this practice is beautiful because you just start where you are, right? And through all the postures and everything, the one thing you get to keep is the ability to focus your mind. Because if the mind isn't focused and it just kind of goes all around and it will consume all kinds of negative thoughts. This isn't about me, this is about you. So you're going to kind of sit on your block, your bolster. It's not one breath and not two breaths. The meditation is and always will be just one breath. One breath. We were each born into a body and we took our one breath and they gave us a name, put some clothes on us, and here we are. That same breath, the breath of life, is right under your own nose and will take you deep into your body. And then with the breath tonight, I'm going to ask that you bring in a little bit of positivity, possibility. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck on unforgiveness, on lack. isolation, but be open. Be free to feel happy, to feel good, to connect to the peace energy of the heart. That's it. This is the heart of the practice, to point your mind into the body, into this moment. Let the breath come up from the base of the spine up to the crown, and from the crown all the way back down to the base. Good, again, from the base to the crown. From the crown to the base. Good, and bring your hands to your heart tonight. And set your attention at the heart. And then place an intention for your practice today. An intention. And breathe into this intention. And release. Again, you're just pointing your attention to where you'd like to go. And then we're going to get on with the work. So bring your thumbs up to your brow, the ajna, and clear your mind. So breathe in and release the breath. Good. Breathe in awareness and release the thoughts of limitation. Good. You like that. So more. Breathe in. And breathe go. Good. Now bring your hands down to the earth. If you have a block, bring it in front of you. And let's kind of come into tabletop position tonight. Let's see the work today. Positivity, right? Positivity. Good. So from your tabletop, come into cat-cow breathing. And so open your fingers up really wide, like your hands at your feet. And you're going to separate your toes, separate your fingers. Good. And we're going to kind of work the back like an accordion, just kind of create some space in our spinal column. So bring your chin into your throat, empty your lungs, and the chin to the throat. And then expand your ribs like you have some gills there. Breathe through your skin too. Head comes back softly. And empty your lungs all the way out. Beautiful. Again, head comes back, full lung. And again, empty. Beautiful. So good tonight. Again, full lung. And then empty all the way. Good, a little bit more. Stay there. The last 10%, empty your lung all the way. Hold it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And then just hold it back in and breathe all the way out. Last 10%. Press it out. A little bit more. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to table. Good. Low chaturanga, come all the way down onto the abdomen tonight. Good. Gather your legs together so they're like the tail of a cobra. Good. Bring your shoulders down your back. Pull your elbows in. Separate your fingers wide. And on the inspire, on the in-breath, rise your chest. Strong. And just look up. Look up. Good. And then come back down. Good. And again, rise up. Breathe. Good. Shoulders down your back, elbows in, and release. Now find your fingertips, 10 fingertips. Again, breathe in. And then breathe out. Good. Tie your palms to the earth. Rise up, breathe in. And press your knees. Bring your hips to your heels. Open your knees a little bit wider. Child's pose, balasana. Balasana. Good. Just kind of breathe. To be positive is to be your own friend, to be supportive to your own cause, to yourself. Breathe. Good. Deep breath in. Yes. On. Deep breath. Go. Good. Here we go. Back to tabletop. Breathe in. Cool your breath into the body. Release all the way down. Good. Remember, hydrate responsibly tonight. Drink water as needed. Lift. Child's pose as needed. This time, press your knees down. Tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog posture. Or you can come to child's pose. Heart posture on a Hatasana. Good. Separate your fingers broad as you can. Good. Yeah, just kind of melt your chest to your feet, hips high as you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Come into floating tabletop. Hover your knees just a ½ inch off the floor. Good. And then touch your knees down. Low chaturanga. Come all the way onto your abdomen. Good. Upward or cobra. Lift. Yes. Good. Roll over your toes. Pass through tabletop. Your choice. Yes. Deep breath in. Work your heels into the mat. Separate your fingers as wide as you can. So good. So your practice is about possibility, progression, space, clearing out the old, making way for the new. Breathing, even when it's tough, right? When you get squeezed in life, what do? Do you crumble or do you go deeper? Do you find a deeper reservoir of strength? That's good. Sometimes you just got to rest a little bit. Gather your strength and rest. That's okay too. Yes. Look through your fingertips. Good. And then tippy-toe your toes in between your hands. Good. Find your shin bones. Halfway lift. Halfway lift. And find your hips all the way full. And again, halfway lift. And all the way fold. Good. Bend your knees. Let your trunk rest on your legs. Okay? Good. Better. Again, halfway lift. And all the way fold. Good. Hands to hips, straight spine. Up we go. Up, up. Good. So you're in mountain posture tonight. Okay? So drink as much water as you'd like. So it's kind of salty tonight, right? We're just gonna be real. The heater snuck itself on. I tried to cool it down. So it's okay. We're gonna take it slow. But what I need you to do tonight is to take it one breath at a time. Okay? You fight fire with fire. So when you leave tonight, it's gonna feel cold outside. It's gonna feel really cool. That's the cool thing. All right? But very important. Listen. Conserve your energy. Sun Tzu in the Art of War says the warrior hoards their strength, but they focus their energy. Okay? Focus your mind. Your mind is weak when it's scattered. Okay? So you don't want to be working too hard tonight. I want you to work as little as you can in the posture. In fact, asana means comfortable place. So no matter what we're doing, you're going to find the comfortable place of the posture. And that comfortable place is a meditation. When it's hot, when it's cold, when it's easy, when it's not easy, and indeed when it's the hardest thing, you're still the mountain. So separate your feet, hips a little bit forward, shoulders back, stand taller. I want you to stand taller. And then gently gather the arms all the way up. Good. And then bring your hands to your heart. Okay. Good. Watch your wings. Watch your wings. Come up. Breathe in. And release. Good. Remember, there's a rhythm in your practice. It's like the river, right? The river never doubts it's going to the sea. It just gets there when it gets there. Even if you try to build a dam, it knows eventually I got to go around the dam. Like every dam can only hold back so much water, and then it's got to let some water out, right? So nothing is going to stop you. Nothing is going to stop you. You're just going to keep flowing. Flow around it, flow through it, flow over it, flow beneath it. Just flow. That's the key. That's the key. Even the meditation is a flow. It's not still. Good. And then find the center line of your body all the way down to the ground. All the way down. Yeah. Good. Halfway lift. And all the way forward. Remember, focus your energy and conserve your strength. Halfway lift again. Big step back with your right leg. Just very big step back. Now, stay on the 10 pads of your fingers. Can you please? And then left shoulder into your left knee. Good. Breathe. That's it. That's it. Good. And just go ahead and set your right knee down. Good. And keep onto your fingertips. We're going to come into Ardha Hamonasana. So you're going to walk your hands. Stay on your 10 fingertips. And just very soft. Soft. Like your hamstring is a delicate child, right? Just kind of be gentle with this child. Breathe. Breathe. Yeah. That's good. 2. 1. And then stay low. Stay low. Come forward. And just kind of let your left knee pass your heel. 10 fingertips into the earth. Now rise your right knee up. And look, you're just going to kind of very lightly, softly. So you want to use your fingertips. I don't know how there's a candle right here. And then your right foot's going to come right to your left foot. Halfway lift. And all the way forward. Good. Again, halfway lift. Good. And left leg, big step back. Good. And just kind of move around here a little bit, can you? Just move around, move around. That's it. You got it. You're good. You're good. Your skin is like your second liver, right? So you're just kind of letting some stuff go, right? You're just cleansing your skin. Sometimes your pores get clogged up, so sweat, so good for you. Good. Now, lower your left knee. And just go ahead and come up onto your fingertips and straighten your right knee. Ardha Hamonasana. Ardha Hamonasana. Good. Maybe your right knee won't straighten all the way. That's okay. Don't force it. Don't force it. It's okay if it's a little bent. Just really expand your chest. Lift, shoulders broad, navel tucked, and a little fold. Good. Now come back onto your fingertips and walk forward. Positivity. Walk forward. Now, your right knee is going to pass your heel a little bit. Bring it forward. 10 fingertips. Lift your left knee up. Good. And float your left leg all the way up. Good. And then feet together. Yes. Halfway lift. All the way forward. Good. We're going to come into chair. Utkatasana. Thumb to your brow. Elbows wider than your shoulders. Thumb and pinkies touch. Fingers out in lotus mudra. It's the flower. Good. See if you can bring your toes and heels together. Legs together. Breathe. Breathe. Yeah. Again, conserve your energy by focusing it. Right? You don't always want to spend all your energy. Sometimes you got to hold your power in reserve. And you do that by flow. By flow. Good. Now, bring your hands all the way up, tall, tall. No, stay here. Breathe in. Up, high, high, high. Breathe all the way up. Stand up. Breathe in. Hold the breath in. 2, 1, and then forward fold all the way down. Good. That's it. Halfway lift, lengthen. Right leg, big step back. Good. And just kind of work soft. So soft. Good. 2 and 1. Let your right knee just melt down. Good. Take your fingers and just go ahead and bring them on top of your leg. Good. In fact, just go ahead and see if you can kind of bring your forearm here. Good. Breathe. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of lengthen up here. Lock your navel. Now take your right elbow over to your left thigh. Now look, just kind of keep your left hand to your thigh bone, right palm to your left shoulder. Breathe. Just a little baby twist here. Okay? And then there's a little counter. You're just going to kind of counter it. And then straighten your left knee. Ardha Hamonasana. Stay on your 10 fingertips. Very soft. Never move faster or slower than your own breath, right? Breathe. Breathe. Good. And then stay low like a tiger. Come all the way forward. All 10 fingertips. Super soft. Just kind of drag your right knee there with you. And then just kind of levitate. Levitate. Good. Breathe. And then just take this right foot. Place it like a feather. Light on the mat. Right to your left foot. Halfway lift. All the way forward. Good. Again, halfway lift, lengthen. Left leg, big step back, big step back. Good. When you're satisfied here, let your left knee come down. Good, bring your hands on your thigh bone. Then your forearms. Good. And then lengthen here a little bit. Lock your navel in and take your right elbow over to your left knee and just kind of bring your right palm onto your thigh. Good. And just kind of a little soft twist here. You don't want to overdo it. Good. So you're just kind of looking over your right shoulder. Yeah. And just breathe. 2, 1. Release, little counter twist. Good. And then frame your leg, Ardha Hamanasana. Straighten your forward leg. Just come back softly. Again, open your hamstring light. Good. Good. Your toe can come up off the mat. Yeah. Just breathe. And just breathe. And then stay low. Walk forward. Walk forward. Just kind of bring your shoulder right onto your knee. Good. Pick up your right knee. Good. And then step up. Halfway lift. Left leg is up. And then step your left leg to your right foot. Soft. Halfway lift. All the way full. Good. Open your feet about mat width. Can you do that? Good. Toes flay out to either side. Grab your elbows inside ragdoll. Good. And just kind of breathe here. Again, this isn't a test to see how far you can, how straight you can keep your knees, right? Good. So just kind of collapse here. And just let the nectar run down the spine into the skull. See if you can relax your neck a little bit, shine the crown down to the floor. See if you can kind of get some weight into the balls of the feet. Let the hamstrings release a little bit. Relax the neck, shake yes. Good, no. Maybe, maybe. Sometimes we should turn our no into maybe, possibly. Could happen, could happen. Good. And then slowly bring your elbows to your thigh bones and lift your chest. Lower your hips down. Good. Breathe. And then on the out breath, rise your hips up, soften your chest down, forward. Good. Maybe sway a little bit from side to side. Good. Second time, elbows to thighs. Lift, lift, shoulders broad, belly in, belly in. Good. Good, yes. 2, 1. Breathe out, hips high, chest low. Good. Now this time, you can come into Goddess. Maybe that's there for you. Good. If it's not, then just stay here. That's okay too. That's why we go on stages and levels, right? Good. Now wherever you are, see if you can lift your hips, tippy toe, tippy toe, tippy toe, all the way back to this easy down dog posture. So easy. So easy, yes. Deep breath in here, and deep breath out. Good. Double leg lift. Right heel comes up. Right heel comes up. Good. Easy as you can. Yes. Again, soft and release. Good. Release your right foot. Left heel comes up. Good. Breathe. And release. Good. Hover your knees off the mat. Good. Both feet on the mat. Hover your knees under your hips. Good. See if you can kind of bring your shoulders past your wrists. Separate your fingers. Good. Bring your knees down. Bring your knees down. Now look. Take your right leg. Just bring it back. Bring your right leg back. Good. Curl your toe. Breathe. Come up onto the fingertips. Lock your navel. Now look. You're going to come with your right knee up into your collarbone and you step right forward. Got it? That's it. Good. Pick up your left knee. Come into resting lunge. Forearms to your femur bone. Good. Breathe. Now take your left hand. Reach out. Good. Now take your left hand. Bring it to the back of your mat. Warrior 2. Vira 2. Good. So you want to drop your tailbone down. Square your hips. Side facing. Good. Breathe. Good. Pull your arms apart. Zip the navel in. Now remember, Warrior 2 is a double block. So you have your band and your rear. So we're going to block both. So straighten your right knee, parallel the feet, hands overhead, 6 o'clock on your back foot. Good. That's it. Come up. Rise. And then flow. You're the warrior now. Come up. Reach. Good. And flow. Yes. Yes. Good. Up. And flow. Higher. Up. Good. And flow. Good. Come up. Bring your palms to your thigh bones. Horse posture. Good. Toes out. Good. Just work side to side. Good. Steady. Good. Now rotate your fingertips inside your inner arch. Good. Let your knees splay out. Pinky toe side. Good. Steady. Good. 2. 1. Good. Tailbone drops down. Lift your chest. Shoulders broad. I told you guys a few months ago I was watching a documentary about Shaolin monks, and they'd stay here for like on 10-foot poles, posts under their feet with a teacup here and here and on their head for 30 minutes. That's the deal, right? We just need 30 seconds. This can be 30 seconds. Good, strong, steady, steady. Yes. The mastery is unflinching, even when it's hard. You're the same. You don't change. Good, reach up, reach up. Good, flow through the center line of your body all the way down. Wide leg forward, but your feet are going to kind of open up side to side. Press into your fingertips. Good, steady. Easy. Good. 2. Now look, come over to your left foot. Lift your left heel, point your right toe, press into your hands. Point your right toe, lift your left heel. Sit down. Good. Single leg squat. Low warrior. Yeah, man's got it. Cool. See? People say I'm not flexible. I can't do yoga. I'm like, bro, you're born flexible, right? Everyone does yoga for 9 months. That's what Shaolin system. Remember? And we think we're not flexible, but we're born that way. We think we're not this or that, but you're born with that talent. You just gotta let it out. You gotta remember. Remember who you are before you took a body on. Before you started holding on to stuff, right? Press down through your hands. Good. Then lift up. Now, come over to the inside of your right heel. Lift up your right heel. Point your left toe. Now, like an elevator coming down to the first floor. Soft. Soft. Lift your chest. Good. So if you use your hands like this, you support your knee just fine. Just fine. Good. Breathe. Yes. 2. And now 1. Press into your hands. Lift your hips up. Good. So now you want to kind of point your toes in, bring your heels out. Little lift. Bend your knees a little bit and then fold. Padottanasana. Beautiful. Hands to your hips. Come up, come up, come up. Point your right toe to the front of your mat. Keep your hands onto your hips. Good. Right toe, yeah? See what's your right, yeah. Good, good. So we're just here, we're just here, we're just here. Good. Now, stay here, stay here. Take your right palm, place it on your thigh. Take your left hand, bring it around your hip to your right hip bone, right? Good. Now, take your right hand. Good. This is like the fencer stance, right? Lock your navel, drop your tailbone. Open the whole right side of your body. All the way up. Good. Now, free your left hand. Bring both hands. Look, spiral your left heel up, okay? Good. So you're framing your right leg. Now, 2 options here. We're going to go to side plank. Option 1, your left palm comes down, right leg stack. Option 2, drop your left knee down. Left toe comes off the mat. Right leg comes back. Vastasthasana. So 2 options here for your side plank. Okay? Good. There you go. Yep. Flatten your feet, flex your toe. Good. Good. You got it. You got it. Aha. Good. Let's drop down tabletop or plank position. Take a little vinyasa. Bring it down low. Bring it down low. Good. Lift it up high. Yes. This is it. This is it. Bring it back. Bring it back. double leg lift, double leg lift. Left heel comes up, left heel comes up. Good, and release. Go ahead and bring it down. Bring your knees down, guys. Get some water, get some. Yeah, I hear you, man. He knows. About this time last year, we were in a sweat lodge, and I was kind of sitting like this up in Kanab, right? And White Buffalo, the guy leading the sweat lodge, he's like, "When you find your limitation, just take another step." And I'm like, limitation, like, you know, I got this, no big deal. And about the third round in, I'm like, yep, that's a limitation right there. And it's like, it was from like it felt like 115, and we're in the dome, and it's like 200, but it was probably like 150, but it felt like 200. So when it's saline, I remember that experience, and it charges me. And actually, the next day in my practice, like it was so easy, because when you take that one more step past what you think is your limitation, it's like a whole new world opens up, right? Not intellectually, but emotionally. And that's where it matters. I have an aunt that has a PhD in nursing, and I have another aunt that has a PhD in psychology, and she had a nervous breakdown. So you could know a lot about your mind, but still not get it to work for you, right? That's a real thing, okay? So just go ahead and kind of sit here in your Virasana. I'm going to tell you what a wise man once told me. When you find your limitation, what you think is a limitation, just take one more step. You don't have to take two. Just take one and see what happens. Just take one. That's enough. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Let's go ahead and balance our bodies out. We're going to go the other side. So come back to your down dog very softly. Very softly. I think we had some radio play earlier. All right. Good. Now, lift your right heel up. And release. Good. Bring your knees just over the mat. And then bring them down. Good. Take your left leg, bring it back. Now, can you come up onto your fingertips, please? Curl your toe to your shin. Lock your navel in. Dome the back. Pull your knee up into your collarbone. Step through. Step through. You got it. You got it. Good. Lift. Lift your right knee off the floor. Good. Now, gather up your forearms on your femur bone. So resting lunge. Remember, focus your energy. Conserve your strength. Press down through your left elbow. Reach out through your right. Good. And just take this right hand to the back edge of your mat. Flow to warrior 2. Vira 2. Good. Don't do Vira 2 statue. Good. Light. Reach up. And then flow 6 o'clock on your back foot. Like you're coming upstairs, right? Your feet are under you. Good. Reach. That's it. That's it. Flow. Beautiful. So good. Come up. Come on. You got it. You got it. Sit and flow. Yes. Even when it's hard, you can find the elegance. You can find the elegance. Yes, the gentleness, the rhythm, the rhythm. Good. Release. Yeah. Come up, come up. Now, take your hands and bring them behind your back. Pull your heels out, point your toes in, like really awkwardly, yeah? Good. Now, you may have to kind of shuffle to your left or to your right. You want to zigzag with your neighbor. So predict the future. You're going to fold and don't fold into your neighbor. Okay. We're good? Yeah. Okay, now fold. Now, don't pull your shoulders. Not a good idea. Bend your knees. Let gravity be your partner here. And melt into posture. Yeah, that's good. You got it. Now just breathe into that spot right there. That one right there. Keep your heels out and your toes in. Let some weight come onto the balls of your feet. And and then to your 10 toes. Good. And then release your hands down to the earth. Halfway lift. All the way forward. Now, some of you guys want to go to tripod, Shirshasana, some kind of inversion here. That's cool if you've still got some gas in the tank. Otherwise, you're going to take the palms, take your fingers, latch to the outside edges of your feet, right where your pinky toe is. Point your elbows to the short edges of your mat. Good. Lock your navel. Inhale, expand your chest. And on the out breath, pull. Pull, nice. Good. Hinge on your hip like you're closing a door. Good. And then rotate your elbows. Use your bicep. Pull. Pull. Yeah, fold at your hip. Good. Yes. Pull. Pull with your hands. Good. That's it. And as you engage your quadricep, you'll release your hamstring. Weight to your toes. There you go. Yeah. One more deep breath there. Deep breath out. Good. Good. Slowly, slowly release. Good. Little lift. Here we go. Hands, hips. Straight spine. Come up slow, come up slow, come up slow. Keep your hands onto your hips. Point your left toe to the front of your mat. Your back toe, i.e. your right toe, should be just about a 75 degrees. So if you're at 3, you want to be about 230, okay? Good. And then get some depth in your hips. Good. Yeah. Let your tailbone drop down. Navel lock in. Good. And then let your arms come out. Warrior 2. Warrior 2. Good. Pull your arms apart. Good. Now, take your right hand. Wrap it around your hip. Good. Just kind of place your hand down here. Good. And just kind of breathe. Breathe. And then just go ahead and flow down. Flow down. Good. Sun warrior. Good. Sun warrior. Come all the way back. All the way back. Good. And then free both hands. Spiral your back heel up. Now remember, so you have your back heel up. You're back to a lunge. Now, you can drop your right knee and bring your right toe off the mat like a kickstand. Or you can take your left foot, stack it on top of your right foot. Pinky toe on your right foot comes down. Push away from the floor with your right hand. Side plank, Vastasthasana. Good. Breathe, breathe. There you go. Knee comes down, knee comes down. Good, breathe. Breathe in. You got it, you got it. You got it. Good. Slowly come down, plank or tabletop. Plank or tabletop. Good. Come all the way down, all the way down. Little lift. Good. Child's pose. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. That's it, that's it. Yeah. We move something today, we move something today. We move something. Yeah, yeah. Good. I know, I can hear you. I can hear you. Here we go. Come into dolphin plank, please. Come into dolphin plank. So, get your elbows on the ground. Get your elbows on the ground. Good. Lace up your fingers. Bring your right leg back. Left leg back. Zip your tailbone under. Squeeze. Squeeze your legs. Maybe.
All the calls have been received.
Steady. Good. Rotate over to your left hip bone. Bring it down. Bring it down. So left elbow on your left shoulder. Flat your feet. Good. Use your right hand or your fist. Lift your hips. Side plank. Vastasthasana. Open. There you go. Stack your legs. Curl your toes to your face. Squeeze your butt. Glutes tight. Glutes tight. Good. Pass back. Dolphin plank. Good. Bring your right hip down. Good. Use your left fingertips. Press up. Lift up. Squeeze your legs. Vastasthasana. Tight. Steady. Good. Come back to dolphin plank. Bring your knees towards your elbows. Keep your toes tucked under. Sit on your heels. Walk up. Lace your fingers behind your back. Rise your chest. Chin comes up. Good. Breathe. Tuck your toes. Sweep your feet forward. Cross your ankles. Navasana. Ardha Navasana. Lift your chest. Strong. Keep these fingers. 2 big toes. Good. Left heel comes down. Right heel comes out. Good. Use your forearm. Straight. Yeah, that's good. Either which way. However you gotta get there, right? Good. Bend your knee. Good. Lift chest, shoulders broad. Lock navel. Other side. Other side. Good. Now let's just see. Maybe we go 2 for 2. Maybe. Now see. Good. Come on. Good. Look. Release. Feet come down. Good. Palms under your shoulders. Press the right here. The index and thumb, the middle point. Press that one down. Okay? Fingers to the front edge of your mat. Okay? Feet come down. Good. Look at your knees. Slowly rise your hips high. You do that? Good. And lower down. Good. Hands to hamstrings, point. Lift. Good. And release. Good. Open fingers wide. Rise up. Good. Now, take your right heel. Bring it forward. Good. Belly in. See if you can press off your left heel. Bring your right toe down. Come back. Good. 2 heels. Good. Release. Palms open. Lift up. Good. Reach. Left heel forward. Press off your right. 2. Good. Now stay here. Okay? Stay here. Roll. So lock your navel. Roll back. Good. Now you should have your left leg long. Yeah. Good. Right heel's at a 90. Can you do that? Lock your fingers together. Point your index across your thumbs. Come outside of your right leg. Lift your left shoulder. Lock your navel. Press your left heel down. Right knee's at a 90. Got it? Yeah? Cool? Okay. Other side. Let's change. Lock your navel. Lift. Press off your heel. Lift your right shoulder and then change. Good. Change. That's it. Change. Now levitate your bottom heel. Change.